Okay, good afternoon ladies and gentlemen, it's Antony Carpen here standing outside the main entrance of the Faculty of Education at Homerton College here on Hills Road. I'm just making a very short series of video clips on a subject that's actually close to my heart in this neck of the woods, and it is the privatisation of public spaces, or spaces that used to be open to the public but are now no longer. As you can see on that big sign behind me, it says effectively private, keep out. Now, about 25 years ago, when I was at primary school just up the road from here, we used to come down here for PE lessons that were given by a lot of the trainee students that were here, because Homerton historically is a teaching college. The block behind me used to be our athletics track. So if you were here in 1990, you wouldn't be seeing this building behind me. You would be seeing just a big green field, and that was the field that we ran on. You can't really do that now because they built an accommodation block on it. There is a very, very big, nice dance hall in there though, so it's not all bad news. But my point being is that, again, in times gone by, local residents here would come walking in the orchards, sometimes walking their dogs, and just generally being able to enjoy the grounds, which were really part of the local community. And in the years since then, unfortunately, the barriers have been put up, and the welcome that perhaps we used to have in days gone by no longer seems to be there, unless you're a paying corporate customer, that is. So what would I like to see happening for Homerton College with regards to its neighbours? Well, I think just remembering that, again, we are its neighbours, and that actually it is, or certainly it should be, an active part of our local community here, just as it seeks to be an active part of the academic community across the whole of the city. Now, practically, what could something like this look like? Well, for me, it could be starting off as simple as having a system of swipe card entries for local residents just to enjoy the grounds. We don't need to go into any of the buildings or any of the facilities that you have. It's just being able to enjoy what we previously had. At a more expanded level, perhaps there's scope for the college to put on more events that are not just open to, but are targeted at the local community around here, because there is a vibrant local community in Queen Edith, in particular when you look at some of the work that's now being done by the Queen Edith's Forum. I'm going to take you now to another set of playing fields and grounds that have also been fenced off in recent times. So I'll see you in a bit. Right, hello again ladies and gentlemen, and now I find myself with a big sign that says no access to site traffic. What we've got behind me is the playing fields of Hills Road Sixth Form College and also Cambridge Rugby Club. Now, a few years ago, Cambridge Rugby Club, well, it's not actually Cambridge Rugby Club if you look at the sign that actually says Cantabs Rugby Club, who are not the same as Cambridge Rugby Club, which is up near Grantchester. And a few years ago, they put some big floodlights in, and also a brand new £2 million pavilion was also built and put in. I'll see if I can get some sort of a snapshot of it off the internet, because it will show you just how big the playing fields are. Now, back in my day, when I was about 10, 11, we used to play football down here. In fact, we used to have our training sessions down here with a local football club, voluntary run, called Cambridge Crusaders. And the great thing also about that was there were no gates there, so as children we could come and go whenever we wanted, and nobody seemed to have a problem with it. Well, if Hills Road had a problem with it, they certainly didn't tell us, but then I guess they had no way of stopping us because the gates weren't guarded. And throughout the summer we'd also local friends would also play football on the huge playing fields that were there. You can't do that now because both sets of gates are locked up.